Hello guys and welcome to our new session. Today's session is going to be very easy. It's going to be about percentage with calculator. So you're going to use your calculator in this session. So please get your calculator next to you and let's start this session by a brain teasing question. So the question here is saying Neil is thinking of a number when 40% of his number is added to 25% of his number, the answer is 52. What number did Neil think of? So I need you to just pause this video for 5 minutes to solve this question and then come back to me. Okay, so let's start here together. Here, 40% of the number, let's first call his number a name. Let's call it X. Let's call his Nail's number X. And I need to get 40% of his number, so 40% of x, it means 40% times x, or to change it into fraction, or to change it better into decimal. So I need to change this 40% into decimal. So I'm gonna move the decimal point 2 steps to the left. So it's gonna be 1, 2. So it's gonna be 0.4 x. So this is 40% of x. And after that, I need to get the 25% of this number. So 25% of x, it means 25 over 100 times x, which equals to 0.25x. So I just changed this percentage into decimal, and if you don't remember how to do it, just watch previous videos. So I move the decimal point 2 steps to the left, 1, 2. So it's going to be 0.25x. And after that, he told me that if you added these two numbers together, the answer is going to be 52. So I'm going to add them, 0.4x plus 0.25x, which equals to 52. So let's collect the like terms. So 0.4 plus 0.25, it's going to be 0.65x equals to 52. And after that, you have to solve it as an equation. You remember how to solve an equation? Yeah, all what are you gonna do is just to make the inverse operation here. Here I have 0.65 times x. So I'm just making the inverse operation, which is divide. So it's gonna be 52 divided by 0.65 to get x. So let's go to our draft. To be able to just divide by a decimal like that, you need to change this decimal into a whole number. So to change the decimal into a whole number, you have to multiply it here by 10 because you're moving 2 steps to the right, which equals to multiplying by 10, by 100, I'm sorry. And you will not be able to multiply by 100 here only. You have to multiply by 100 there. So it's gonna be 5,200 divided by 65. And let's do it here, division. So 5,200 divided by 65, you have to write down the table of 65 to be able to answer that because it's a very large table. So write it down until you reach 52 or 520 or something. Because I tried to divide 52 by 65, I couldn't. So I have to take three numbers together, which equals to 520 divided by 65. And to do that, you have to memorize the table 65 or just to write the tables down here. So I wrote it down. So I'm searching right now for 520. Where is 520? Where is 520 or something near to it? Here! It's 520 on the dot. It's 520 exactly. So 520, to get it, you have to multiply 65 times 8. So I will just put 8 up. And remember, you took only 520. What about the 0? Yes, it's gonna travel to the answer, so the answer is 80. So x is gonna be equals to 80, which means that Neil's number is 80. And if you want to make sure of that, just get the 40% of 80 and add it to 25% of 80. If you got 52, so your answer is correct. Okay, let's go to our percentage with calculator lesson. I will just explain an example because it's very easy. But just this lesson is based on 2 lessons before, so it's very easy. Here, in an election, 850 people vote. 28% of them vote for Miss White. How many people vote for Miss White? So I'm just very simple and very easy. I'm just multiplying 28% times the 850. So I changed this to 28% over 100. So I make it fraction, so it's 28 over 100, and then multiplied by the number 850. So I'm just making with the calculator, so the answer is going to be 238 people. Okay, so it's time for your classwork. I need you to pause this video for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, make it 15 minutes to solve these 5 questions and then continue watching the video. Okay, in question number 1, I have here question number 1, work out these percentages without using the calculator. So I need you to do it without calculator and I will check it with you here using the calculator. Okay, so in number A, it's 20% of 70. So 20% means 20 over 100. And 20 over 100 times 70, if you just put this in the calculator, you will find the answer is 14. So the answer is 14 kilogram. Okay, question number double I. 75%, which means 75 over 100 and then times 240. So 75 over 100 times 240, if you just put that in the calculator, you will find the answer 180 kilogram. And the last question number 1, triple I, 15% of 600. Yes, it's going to be the same. 15 over 100 times 600, so it's going to be equals to 90. 90 people. Okay, question number 2. Here I have number A. It's going to be 13% of 29. So I'm just making it as before. 13 over 100 times 25, which equals to 3.77 pounds. Okay, don't forget to write down your unit. Okay, question number B here. It's 39% of 8,200 kilometers. So 39 over 100 and then multiplied by this number, it's 8,200, which the answer is going to be 3,198 kilometers. Question number C, 72%, which means 72 over 100. I will multiply by 9,500 people. The answer is going to be 6,840 people. Question number D, 93% of 6,200 years is going to be 93 over 100 times 6,200, which equals to 5,766 years. Question number E, it's going to be the same thing. It's very easy to do it. So it's going to be 42 over 100 and then multiplied by the number next to them. It's going to be 65.5. So I will just put that in the calculator and the answer is going to be 27.51 centimeters. And question number F, 88% of 88 pounds. So it's going to be 88 over 100 times 88, which equals to 77.44 pounds. Okay, let's go to question number 3. Question number 3 here is saying number I, 17% of 4,300 people. So let's get it as we got as we got the answer in previous questions. So 17%, it means 17 over 100, and then multiplied by 4,300, it's gonna be 731 people. And double I, 54% of 4,300, so it's gonna be 54 over 100 times 4,300. Which means it's equal to 2,322. And triple I, 29% of 4,300, it's 29 over 100 times 4,300, it's going to be 1,247. Okay, question number B here. He's saying show that the 3 answers in part A is add up to 4,300 and I need an explanation. So let's add them together. 731 plus 2,322 plus 1,247, and the answer is 4,300. Yes, but why? Because look here, if you focus a little bit, you will find out that 17% plus 54% plus 29%, it's equal to 100. So 100% of this number 4,300 is going to be the same. 100 over 100 times 4,300 is going to be equal to 4,300 too. It's going to be the same thing. So it must be equal to 4,300, of course, because the percentage, it's 100%. 100% of 10, it's 10. 100% of 5, it's 5. 100% of any number, it's equal to the same number. Okay? Okay, let's go to question number 4. It's a little bit tricky. Question number 4, I. Here I have 64% of 380. I will just do it the same. It's going to be 64 over 100 times 380, which equals to 243.2 kilograms. In double I, 32% of the same number, 380, it's going to be 121.6 kilograms. And in triple I, it's going to be the same, 16% of the same number, which equals to 60.8 kilograms. IV here, it's going to be 8 over 100 times 380 is going to be equal to 30.4 kilograms. Okay, in question number B, the questions and answers in part A, it's from a sequence. What is the next term in the sequence? If you just focus a little bit, you will find out two things. Here, the number in the numerator is 64, and the next one is 32, which means it's half of it. And after that, 16, which means it's half of it. And after that, it's 8, which is half of it. And if you look at the answer, you'll find it's half, half, half. Yeah, all these, like if you want to walk in the opposite direction here, it's 30.4 is half of 60.8. And 60.8 is half of 121.6. So to get the next term, you have to get the half of 30.4. So I will just multiply by half. So question number B is just half times 30.4, which equals to 15.2. Or you can make here, it's 4 over 100 times 380, which is going to be equal to 15.2. It's going to be the same answer. Okay, so let's go to question number 5. In an election, 17,600 people voted. The red party gained 23% of the votes, and the blue party gained 36% of the votes. The yellow party gained 19% of the votes. So, how many votes did each party get? So, let's start with the red party. So, it's 23%. So, make it 23 over 100 and then multiplied by this number 17,600. So, it's going to be 4,048 votes for red party. So for the blue party, I would just make it 36 over 100 multiplied by the number of people voted. It's 17,600, which equals to 6,336 votes. And the yellow party gained 19%, so let's make it 19 over 100 and multiply it by 17,600, which is going to be equals to 3,344 votes. So that's it for this session. I need you guys to solve the workbook page 82. This is your homework for today. I hope that you understand the lesson and I hope that you enjoyed it. So thank you very much for listening and have a nice day.